it comes to the scripture, we have so many people asking us, which scripture should I start with? Which is the highest scripture of authority? Which is not? What should I do? So how about this?
Okay. You see, again, see this lack of perspective. I'm telling this is why our program is focusing on lack of perspective, lack of vivek, to make sense of our tradition, causing real hell for us. So personality is number one. It's a biggest killer because it waylays people on the wrong direction. They're kind of gimmicky people. Don't get caught up by the gimmicks and the waffle. So that's number one. Number two is this. When you ask majority of Hindus, they'll be focusing on either the stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Do I vilify them? No. They've held the hand of Hindus for thousands of years. Don't let go of them. But then have the sense of perspective, vivek, to see which part of the Ramayana and Mahabharata are genuine, are literal, and which part are added on, additions, subtractions. Be aware of that. That is lacking. That sense of perspective lacking. People ask me such silly questions. Say, Ms. Lakhani, oh, but then what about this and that? And when I say, look, think for yourself, my friend, can this actually happen even in the story of Ramayana or Mahabharata? Oh yes, we discovered this NASA satellite was in this thing. I said, Ram said, don't get caught up by this. So be very aware that some of the material you have, even in the scriptures like the Ramayana and Mahabharata, may have been added on or subtracted. The story may be quite different from what you think it is. So be aware of it. That's all. Be aware. Then you are safe. So there are some parts of Ramayana and Mahabharata which are exaggerations. I'm telling you bluntly. There are some parts of Ramayana and Mahabharata which have been taken out because they show our heroes in a poor light. Yes. So be aware. So somebody says, oh, see, mistake of Ram. I said there may be 100 mistakes. It's just we have polished out the other 98. So be aware of it.
The
and don't
idea of making super personalities.
So you polish them up so much that you can't have any blemish. And that this is not human. Human beings have failings even if they are avatars. So recognize that limitation even in the scriptures like Ramayana and Mahabharata. But you say, but Mr. Lakhani, what should we focus on? Well, last week we focused on the Upanishad. Yes. And you can see it's heavy going. Even Nishita was falling asleep. I could see that. This Brahman and Atman stuff and without attributes and without qualities and Nirgun, Nirakara. It gets everybody so where do we go? So even though they are scripture of authority, they are difficult to digest, difficult to engage with. The Upanishads but they are the heart of your throbbing philosophic heart of Hinduism. And then they say, well, then what do we do? Well, we are fortunate. We've got one script which in a way straddles the Shrutis and the Smrutis, the scripture of authority as well as scripture of lower authority, and that is the Bhagavad Gita. It has made religions practicable. It has given all the high philosophic ideas of the Upanishad all rolled into one, beautifully well reconciled by this lovely material in the Bhagavad Gita. So if somebody says, I must focus on, I say, focus on the Bhagavad Gita, you are safe. But again, look, let me show you the weakness, sense of perspective. Every sectarian movement, even every cultish movement will use the Bhagavad Gita, but they'll give a very slanted interpretation. Yeah. So this is the big problem. So even if you get a Bhagavad Gita,
they will interpret it in their own
very slanted manner. In a way, they destroy the dignity of that particular script. So they will kind of get caught up by some kind of cultish movement saying this is the Bhagavad Gita translated by so and so. Watch out. If these people are very cultish, very small-minded, very blinkered, and very limited in the vision of our deeper vision, avoid them. So read the scripture of, say, Bhagavad Gita, translated or given the interpretation by somebody who is non-sectarian. And there are some I won't mention any specific name, there are some wonderful personalities who have done that. So focus on those scriptures, interpreted and in a way explained by some comprehensive Hindu rather than this kind of sectarian or cultish Hindu. Watch out. So even the scripture authority, sense of perspective, I told you that is what we are lacking.